Hey there, welcome back to High Infidelity, the best channel for cheating stories. Like and subscribe to channel for more spicy stories. Now, let's get into today's story video.
Cheated on, dumped, and blocked. No closure. Me 30 male. GF 28 female of 8 months who I loved, left me out of nowhere. Found out later she was cheating on me, for how long I don't know. Contacted her calmly letting her know I know, she panics, deletes the pictures of her and the new guy online, and blocks my number and social medias, but she is still with the guy. There are pics of them on his page. I met an apparently gorgeous and charming lady in December, at the conclusion of my recovery from a severe depression that lasted many years. I finally felt like I had arrived at my growing point, and I happened to meet her soon after. It felt as if God himself was thanking me for persevering in the face of adversity by bestowing upon me the ideal lady. For many years, I had battled with poor relationships and intimacy difficulties, so discovering someone who was able to fully put my mind and body at rest was life-changing for me. We had been dating for around 2 months before making it official. The connection was profound, our closeness was incredible, and I was passionately in love with her, and she said she was also madly in love with me. We did everything together, traveled together, had incredible, and FaceTimed practically every night till 2-3 a.m. on work evenings. She always said I was worth her being tired for work because she loved talking to me. Fast forward to July, and she begins behaving strangely, almost as if she's hiding something. She's more distant, reserved, and snobbish. We literally never fought, but now all of a sudden everything is a problem to her. It seemed as if she was sabotaging herself, as if she wanted to get out but didn't want to be the one to put a stop to it. I didn't see the warning signals since the physical closeness was still there. I guess us men, especially those who have a history of intimacy issues, can have blinders on to red flags if there is good present. Anyway, one day we're sitting on the couch watching TV. As is our custom on Fridays, when she simply gets up, looks at me, and says, "I no longer want to be with you. I don't care about you." This came out of nowhere and rocked my world, particularly with her stern attitude, as I was absolutely caught off guard by it. A lady I adored while things were going well. The 2 weeks of nitpicking weren't long enough for me to doubt anything long-term. So she packs her belongings and departs. I try not to check her social media, contact her, or do anything else other than concentrate on moving on, as much as this hurts. Of course, I gave in and checked. She's already uploading images with a new guy and in a new relationship within a few days, it turns out. It dawned on me that she was cheating on me. It all made sense when her sister visited her for hours at a time, and she couldn't even text me back. She was usually an excellent texter, or when she stayed at the gym until 11 p.m. This really destroyed me. Thank goodness we didn't date for very long. But it still hurt a lot since I loved her, and I had an emotional breakdown and felt like I was dying. I waited until the following morning, when I was calmer, to contact her and tell her I knew what she'd done, since I didn't want her to believe she got away with it by not admitting it. I texted everything calmly just to let her know I was aware that she had caused me unbearable agony, and that I genuinely felt sorry for her for having to jump from person to guy to avoid being single alone to deal with all of her issues. While I no longer miss her as a person, and would never consider getting back together with her, once a cheater, always a cheater in my opinion, particularly with all of the warning flags being more visible now that we're separated, I am still in a lot of agony because of the lack of closure. She didn't want to face accountability for her actions. She's still with this new guy. She deleted her photos, but there are photos of them on his page. And I'm worried she doesn't feel any guilt for the pain she caused me, but rather just mild temporary embarrassment for being caught, which is why she deleted her photos and eventually blocked me. Why would she do such a thing? Why would she be with me, claim she loves me, then purposefully self-sabotage by cheating on me and appearing emotionally distant at the end? I feel like I can't go on until I know she's in pain or feels nothing at all, but either one is still an answer. I'm in this mental limbo, trying to make sense of it all. Everything seemed to be wonderful. She met my family, my friends adored her, and they all agreed that it was the happiest they'd ever seen me with anybody, particularly given everything I'd been through with previous relationships. Then, out of nowhere, the rug is yanked out from under me, I'm cast away like trash, and she moves on to a new man. Do individuals like this have a genuine sense of guilt? I don't think her rebound relationship will continue long, particularly because she's attempting to publicize her new life so rapidly on social media. Seems like an emotional compensation if you ask me. In any case, I'm trying my best to detach and move on, but I would give anything to have one last face-to-face chat with her, just to hear the full truth and figure out why she did this to me. It's tormenting me. Thank you for taking the time to read this. To say the least, this was a rambling. Story 2. 5-year relationship. Do I throw it away? Normally, I'd use a throwaway for something like this, but I'm not bothered by it this time. Getting something off my chest is important to me. In my 24th year, I had been with my current partner, who is now my fiancé, for around 5 years. We are now living apart till I finish my university studies, after which I will return to live with him and begin working in his business there. I'm also expecting to go there in May to determine where we'll be living. We were in a precarious situation last August since my health was worsening as a result of an issue with the medicine I was taking at the time. Because I was in such a state of mental instability at the time, I was horrible at explaining it to him when it first happened, and I take full responsibility for that. We went a period of time without contacting, and during that time, he not only completely disregarded the boundaries I had made for our relationship, but he also cheated on me with another woman and openly published nude photographs of her with the world on Twitter. As in, they did it on their public social media accounts and expressed their delight at finally meeting and having with each other this past spring. The fact that they spoke about her going to meet him in person suggests that they wanted to continue this conversation in private as well. I had completely cracked down on him at the time, and when I inquired as to what he was up to while I was away for a week or two, he just brushed it off and stated he was considering becoming poly for a while. However, I thought that it was something that should be taken into consideration by all parties involved. Even when I kept bringing it up in conversation with him, he continued to dismiss it until I pointed out how deeply he had injured me by doing whatever he did. Despite the fact that he has manic tendencies, and I believe that he was experiencing mania at the time of the incident because he has since apologized and expressed regret, he is still friends with this lady, and despite the fact that he claims there are no more emotions between them, I am at a loss for what to do. My feelings are entirely depleted when I consider the situation. He treated her in a way that he had never treated me before, and I'm not sure what I did wrong to cause him to treat her in this manner. When I tell him about it, I can't stop myself from breaking down in tears because I adore this man. He's been so kind to me over the previous 5 years, and we were planned to be married. He proposed to me in the beginning of last year. I genuinely want to keep what we have, but accepting this is proving to be quite tough. I also feel awful because it's not my position to tell someone who they can and cannot be friends with, and it's not my place to tell them that. I'm thinking of going to couples counseling, but I'm not sure whether it's the best idea. Thank you so much for your assistance. Edit, thank you everyone for your replies. I put this in a very low tone, and reading your comments and some of the entries here has really helped me get some insight and grounding in what I need to do first and foremost for me. Thank you very much.